you almost ready?
Yeah, just a minute.
Go ahead, take your time. Come on, Augie, be there.
All set? Hey, who was that on the phone?
Who?
I didn't hear it ring.
Oh, I was just calling the cleaners to see if my dress was ready. Line was busy.
Oh,
Ready
yeah.
to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll let you drive.
Thank you. The cleaners, huh?
Let's go.
I can't think of a nicer way to start the day off than having coffee with my favorite mummy.
Oh, thank you, dear. Do you have to rush off?
Yes, I do. I've got to get to the hospital early because I'm taking the afternoon off.
Oh?
Yes, I will be home at 3 o'clock. Are you going to be here?
Well, I don't have any plans.
Oh, good. Would you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Would you make sure that Stella has little Alan Jr. here at 3 o'clock?
Well, they're usually out for their walk at that time.
Ask her to do me a favor and just cut it short just for today, okay?
Why, dear?
It's a surprise.
Oh, for Alan Jr. Oh, how nice.
For you, too.
For me? Oh, I love surprises. Could I have a hint?
No, not one. You have to wait and see.
Oh, whatever can it be?
I have no idea.
I really should get my camera.
Don't waste the film.
Seriously, this should be recorded. How our suave commissioner swings.
That's a terrible line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope I didn't waken you.
No, we've been up for hours.
Oh, that makes me feel better. Robbie available?
Available?
Mm-hmm.
He's here, at least. Come in. Robbie! Constance Townley wants to know if you're available.
Well, if that includes kind of sweaty and a touch relieved, the answer is yes.
So that's how you preserve that gorgeous body, huh?
Drat, the secret is out.
Oh, don't be embarrassed. I'm not.
Well, I've almost got the hang of it.
I hate to break your routine.
Oh, he'll use any excuse.
Would you like to try it?
Some other time.
Can I get you something, coffee?
Oh, no thanks. Your husband's already offered me the use of his computer.
That's right. I did say come play, didn't I?
I'm surprised you made friends with it so quick. You used to resist modern gadgets.
Hey, you're looking at the computer kid. Isn't that right, Holly?
He's even teaching me to operate it.
She's a whiz. Shall we demonstrate?
Oh, that's all right. I am dealing with classified information.
And I do have other things to do, so excuse me.
Certainly.
Contrary to appearances, we are generally addressed at this hour.
I'm glad I caught you on an off day. Now, before I become totally distracted and forget why I am here, may I
May you what?
contact the WSB?
Oh, well, allow me.
I do know my way around that keyboard, Robbie.
I'll just warm it up for you.
If you insist.
I do. Right. Now, just humor me for a second or two here.
You're having me checked out.
Just finding out that you're who you say you are.
You rat. Feel better?
Slightly.
Hmm.
Aye, aye, sir.
You sneak.
No. You seem to have forgotten the very first lesson you learnt.
You wouldn't trust your own mother, would you?
They made me what I am, and the first lesson was you don't trust anybody.
I'm not anybody. We work together.
Yeah, but are you still reliable?
Of course I am.
Come on now. How many reliable agents have the KGB turned around?
I don't speak Russian, and I hate vodka. Now, can I file?
Be my guest. And don't get mad. You'd have done exactly the same thing in my position.
You're right. I certainly would. No, don't run away. It's in code.
And they've changed it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying about me?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Come on, give. I'd like to know what the gobbledygook is here.
Want to get a response from headquarters? In the meantime, can I use your gravity machine?
These have been piling up all morning.
I've been in surgery.
Can I help you?
Yes, Amy, as a matter of fact, you can. Would you call Mrs. Peterson, see if she can reschedule the appointment? I'll see her tomorrow.
Okay.
And you can tell Dr. Watson that I will review the file just as soon as I can. And, oh, I'm just going to have to do this.
Hi. I'm looking everywhere for you.
Now, so's at the hospital.
Busy morning, huh?
Dreadful.
Put a cup of coffee out.
I don't have time to breathe, let alone have a cup of coffee. 2 angiograms, and one of them, unfortunately, was Mr. Davidson, you know, that elderly man I talked to you about, 704.
With the one with pneumonia.
I really didn't think he was going to make it.
Excuse me, Dr. Quartermain.
Don't bother with my luck. It's got to be me.
Yeah, 704 stat.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you later.
Dr. Perez, report to radiology. Dr. Perez, report to radiology.
This is Alan Quartermain. Fine. Is everything set for 3 o'clock? Wonderful. You'll have him there. Great. Bye-bye.
Hello, Augie. Yeah, it's Heather. Good. I just wanted to know if we were still on for lunch today. Fine. I'll see you there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Whitfield. Fine, no, I'll get the papers right after you. Yeah, a couple days. Fine. Goodbye.
Well, I sure wish I had your energy.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
No, it'll pass.
And then you look a little peaked.
I just have a headache, that's all.
Here, let me give you something.
No, it's all right. I took a couple aspirin.
Maybe you ought to lay down for a minute.
I'd rather just keep going.
No, not if you have a headache.
Oh, come on, Scotty. A lot of mail's piled up out there.
All right, listen. Why don't you just stretch out for just a minute? You'll feel better.
No, my head's this bad. That won't even help.
Well, then maybe you ought to go home, because if you're catching something, I don't want you to pass it on to your boss.
I just want to finish the work I have left to do, and if I still feel bad, maybe I'll leave if that's okay.
Okay. It's your head.
I just want to know I can leave if I have to.
Anytime you want.
I'll just finish the work out there.
Okay, but Heather, really, don't push yourself.
Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Withhold information.
That's what the big guy says.
And yet I'm expected to give you some.
I'm just following orders.
Okay, I'm yours.
There was a time when that was true. Oh, Townley, keep your mind on business.
And just what is your business?
I'm the one that's supposed to be asking the questions, remember?
So should.
Might take some time.
Well, let's sit down and be comfortable.
I've got another stop I have to make first. How about later?
How much later?
Oh, 2 o'clock? My hotel?
I'll be there.
Excuse me.
Connie was just leaving, love.
Oh, don't rush off. I'm meeting Bobbie for lunch, so I'll see you later.
Look, I'll see you to the door. Excuse me. Look, I may be a little late getting back.
Fine.
Well, it's WSB stuff. I have to see Connie back at her hotel.
I figured you might.
It's not what you think.
Doesn't matter what I think.
Look, it is work.
You don't have to explain.
But look...
And you don't have to keep me posted on your every move. We have an agreement, remember?
Right.
No explanations or excuses. You can be with anyone, anytime you like, so just relax, would you?
Right.
Connie, nice seeing you again. Goodbye.
Give my best to Bobbie.
I will, and, you have a good day.
Alone at last.
Run out of machines to play with.
I'd settle for you. But alas, duty calls. Oh, and do remember to put some clothes on before you come to the hotel. I'll loosen your tie once you get there.
2.
I'll be waiting.
You maybe should check these. I might have made some mistakes.
You feel worse, don't you?
This headache just won't quit.
I think I know what the problem is.
Tell me, doctor.
You didn't get enough sleep last night.
Now, that was the good part. The headache came later.
Feel better?
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, but that's not going to take away the headache, huh?
No. And your kisses won't make this feel better. I think you're right. I better go home.
Okay, come on, I'll take you home.
It's all right. I can manage myself. I hope you don't mind my leaving.
I do mind. Who am I going to kick around? But you can go anyway.
Thanks, Scotty. I appreciate it. Scotty?
Yeah.
Promise I'll feel better about the time you get home.
Hi. Hope I'm not late.
Oh, I'm early.
Oh, Robert sends his regards.
Thank you. How's he doing?
Busy as a bee.
And you?
The lady of leisure, and rather enjoying it at the moment, actually. How are you?
I'm so-so.
So I can see you're not your usual chipper self.
I think what I've got is a case of the end of the winter blast. I get them every year, but this time I think I've got a particularly bad case.
Well, maybe a nice lunch will cheer you up. Do you want to order?
You know what I want? I want to go someplace real far away. I know this menu by heart.
Well, do you want to go somewhere else?
No, I mean someplace away, far away. I mean, just away from this town, away from work. Not for long, mind you. Just take a break.
Well, everyone deserves a break now and then.
Well, Holly, as a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I asked you to have lunch with me. I was wondering if maybe you'd be interested in going with me.
You mean take a trip?
Bad idea.
Forget it. No, go on. What have you got in mind?
You mean you'd consider it?
That depends. I certainly have the time.
Well, a week. I mean, that's all I'm talking about. Just a week.
Well, where were you thinking of going?
I don't know. Someplace warm and someplace with a lot of men.
Well, I like the sound of the warm bit.
Are you really serious?
Yes, you can have the men. I'll chaperone.
You really would go away somewhere with me?
I think it's a marvelous idea.
I mean, you don't think Robert would mind you just running off like that, do you?
Oh, come on. You know more than anybody else that it's just a marriage of convenience. You wouldn't mind.
Well, look who's here.
Oh,
Hello there. What's the special?
We're too excited to eat. Oh, what's up? Holly and I just decided that we are taking a trip.
Oh, great.
Is Robert going to?
No, he's got too much work.
Well, you'll be back in time for our wedding, I hope.
Sure, we're only planning on going away for a week.
Great. Well, speaking of plans, we better get over there while our lunch hour is still hot and decide who's who at this wedding, okay?
Yeah, and I think I better strike while the iron is hot.
Okay, do you want to order?
Oh, who can think of food? Where do you want to go? Do you want to go abroad?
Someplace, not Europe, definitely not Europe. You know who would have a good idea? Robert.
Of course. Robert's been all over the world.
He'd know the perfect place for us to go.
Oh, Holly, talk to him about it tonight, okay?
Well, why don't I try and get him right now? He might still be at home.
Good idea. I will order us some wine.
Okay.
You know, I've heard this story about a minister who's marrying these two people, and he gets around to the phrase about obey, even though they asked him not to say it. Now, what if our minister happens to do that? What are you going to do?
Well, when he asked me to repeat it, I'd just say, I take it out.
It's only a word.
Yeah, but when you say it during your wedding service, it's called a vow. I don't intend to make vows that I'm not going to keep. Love, wonderful. Honor, sure. Obey, forget it.
All right. I'm not asking you to say it.
Good. I was just making myself clear up front.
Claudia, I don't care what we say, just as long as we get married as quickly and as painlessly as possible.
You know, some people actually write their own vows.
I'm not that creative.
But, baby, I could do it.
Oh, sure, I can see it now. You, Brian, promised to take out the garbage every day. Oh, Lord.
No, seriously, look, if we think about it, we could write beautiful things about each other.
Well, we could pick a poem and ask the minister to read it.
Wonderful. Then we could say it ourselves.
No. I'll be nervous enough as it is.
Babe, you gotta participate somehow.
Oh, I will be participating. I will say I do at the appropriate time. And that, my dear, is responsibility enough.
That, my dear, I disagree with.
Look, I am no good at that sort of thing, and that's it. We're just going to have a normal wedding.
And that's in order?
If you want to put it that way, yes, it is.
So we're back to the obey clause.
Claudia, I'm not asking you to obey me. I'm just asking you to get along.
Okay, but, you know, getting along is a two-way street, baby. We've got to make concessions.
Wait a second. We're turning this into a fight. I don't want that to happen.
Well, neither do I.
Well, Eureka, we finally agree on something.
Yeah, it's a minor miracle.
I am sorry if you want me to stand up and read poems, if you want me to light a candle. That's fine with me. I'll do anything you want. So this is what it's about.
Marriage?
Compromise. Now, what do you want to eat?
At this time of year?
Right away. Bobbie's anxious to get going.
Well, there's no question. The Caribbean.
You think so?
Perfect. Of course, Hawaii would be great, but you need more time, or at least more than a week to do it justice.
Well, if you think the Caribbean's the place.
Look, you can't go wrong.
I knew you'd come up with something.
Well, of course, you've got a lot of islands there to choose from. They all have something to offer. It depends a lot on what you're looking for.
Well, just a little rest and relaxation.
You really ought to pick up a few brochures. I mean, there are so many. St. Croix, St. Thomas, Haiti, the Bahamas.
Well, we'll do that. And thank you, Robert. Bobbie will be thrilled.
Good idea. Do you both some good.
You don't mind, then?
Why should I?
Well, it isn't as though I'm leaving you alone and stranded. I mean, you won't be bored. You do have some company.
If you're referring to Constance, she's headed back to Washington tomorrow. But don't worry, I've got plenty here to keep me busy. Listen, love, I've got a dash.
Right. Thanks for your help.
How many lists have you made?
I keep losing them.
Well, your lunch is getting cold.
Baby, now we have this natty problem that's been bothering me. Maid of honor or matron of honor, as the case may be.
What's the problem?
Who to ask?
Who do you want?
Well, I've got two choices.
Have them both.
Can't do that.
Why not? It's your wedding. You can do anything you want.
Darling, the lady you asked to stand up for you is very important. Do you know that my mother and her maid of honor are still best friends?
Well, then pick your best friend.
Well, I mean, I love Leslie a lot. But I'd kind of like to ask Rose. In some ways, we're real close.
Well, I don't have any decision to make. I'm asking Rick.
To be your best man?
Mm-hmm. My first and only choice.
Rick and Rose. Rick and Rose. Terrific.
Sure, if that's what you want.
Great, and Leslie will be just waiting in the congregation. Are you out of your tree?
And why are you making such a big deal out of this?
Babe, I told you what I saw, Rick and Rose together.
And I am trying to forget that.
Okay, granted, it probably was innocent, but we shouldn't just push them together like that.
So what are we going to do?
Well, you tell me.
Well, look, I appreciate the problem, but there's only one person I want for my best man, and that's Rick.
And that settles that.
What's that?
If you're gonna ask Rick, then Leslie's my matron of honor. And what are you, some kind of a troublemaker or something?
I try. I try.
Hey, come on, Heather, answer.
To the Caribbean. And to Robert, who recommended it.
Hot sun, sandy beaches, I love it.
Now, all we have to do is figure out which island to go to.
Well, what are our choices?
Well, there's the Bahamas. I can't even remember half of the names that Robert suggested. He rattled them off so quickly.
I'm going to have to go get some new clothes.
Well, summer things should do.
Oh, what's a trip if you don't go out and get a whole bunch of new clothes?
True, very true. But we should travel fairly light because we might have to handle our own luggage.
Oh, we can always recruit some helpers along the way.
Hey, I'm just the chaperone, remember?
Oh, Holly, I'm so glad that you agreed to go on this trip with me.
I'm delighted that you are.
And after lunch, I think we should stop by and see this travel agent that I know.
Good idea.
Look, I don't know about this flower girl thing, and I'm not quite sure about this ring bearer bit. What's the matter?
Nothing. Just start counting slowly, 1 to 10.
What for?
Really look at
I don't think you're gonna like what you're gonna see, honey.
Yeah, let me take this sweater.
Baby, where are you going?
I'm gonna toss that chump out of here.
Hold it. Now, he has as much right to be here as we do.
That scum doesn't belong any place in the civilized world.
Wait a minute, you can't say that. What are you gonna do?
Listen, that turkey in New York, people used to walk across the street when they used to see him coming, and I don't want him anywhere near you.
Well, Heather doesn't look scared.
Well, maybe I should warn her.
Baby, please, now don't make a scene here. Just let it go.
I'm going to wear it.
For me.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.